Dear students, this is our engineering physics lab. This is also applied physics lab. So we have both the experiments in the same lab, right? So similarly, we have two labs here. This is lab 1. There is one more lab in room number 312. So this is the lab tour. So we have different equipment set up on the tables. So in this class, we'll only have the introduction about the lab, and from the next class, we'll start with the actual experiments. The one what you are seeing now is dark room. So there are some optical experiments which you are supposed to perform in the dark room. Few experiments that you're supposed to do in the dark room. So very soon you'll come to know about all these experiments. So basically this is the tour about the physics lab, both engineering and also applied physics. These are the list of experiments you are supposed to perform in the lab. Hope it is visible. However, we'll share you this video. And here are the instructions which you are supposed to follow in the lab. Down the instructions here. The very first thing is, once the college starts, you will come here physically, but until then we'll have only online session. So everyone is supposed to attend the lab session online also, because each lab session contains 3 hours of time, wherein attendance will be marked for 3 hours. So if you miss out one lab session, it is 3-hour attendance is lost. Okay? So this is the very first instruction, that you are supposed to attend every lab. Now, as of now, because of online classes, we don't insist you to wear an apron. But once you come back to the college, you are supposed to wear your apron and also ID card, without which you will not be allowed into the lab. Next thing is, once the online classes start, that is online lab session start, you are supposed to carry few things with you. Keep them ready along with you, like graph papers, all your stationery like your pen, pencil, calculator, eraser, scale, whatever it is, all the stationery items with you. Next, you should also have your records with you and one notebook to maintain as lab manual. Lab manual PDF will be shared with you, and you should also have an observation notebook with you. Now once you show the experiment demo here, they'll ask you to take down the readings which you are supposed to take down on your notebook and do the calculation accordingly as given, as the instructions given by the faculty. Next thing. At any cost, see that you are sitting in an isolated place wherein you will not have any kind of disturbances. So follow the instructions carefully, follow the demo which is being given to you, and follow the instructions as per the faculty. Okay. So, and very important thing is, if you are listening to your class in the mobile, please do not switch off your mobiles in between for the other calls, or don't shift it to the other calls. If you are listening into the laptop, it's good. See that your phone is in a silent mode, so that you will not have any kind of disturbance. So these are the few instructions what you are supposed to follow before we start with the lab session. So here is the manual, how it looks. Very first page will be this, and inside when you open it, you will have a certificate page. So you are supposed to enter all your details here, and the lab instructions are also giving it. Please go through them. So here is a list of experiments. Now this particular manual contains all the experiments related to engineering physics and also applied physics. So you have to mark only the things which are required to you. For example, if you have only applied physics, so you have to note down only applied physics readings. And if you have engineering physics, you have to note down for the engineering physics. So this is a combined book for both engineering physics and also applied physics. So here are the objectives and outcomes of engineering physics lab and also applied physics lab. So this is applicable to both the labs, which you are supposed to write them in your record. Very soon I'll tell you how to write your records. So this is how actually the PDF looks. Right? This is actually a book which I'm showing you, but we'll share you the PDF. So you also have to take a printout of the same thing. So this contains all the information related to your experiments, and this is how the tabular columns look like. Okay? If you have this book with you, you can enter your values directly into this tabular columns and do the required calculations in the space provided for the calculation. And a model graph also will be shared to you that shows how the real graph looks like. And you have to write your results at this place. So this, once you do it, you have to upload this, and we will check all your manuals every week. So this is the way how all the experiments are enlisted in this manual. So you have to take them, print out of them, and also pin them together, or you can get it spiral binded. Okay, so let me tell you how to write your record. Okay, so let us take one of the experiments here. Say for example, this is an experiment where you are supposed to determine the wavelength of a light using a laser source. Okay, now let me show you how your record looks. So this is how your record looks. Okay, once you open your record, the very first page would be your certificate page, wherein you are supposed to enter all your personal details, like you belong to which branch, that is department, now your name, your roll number, your course, your semester, your branch, and the academic year. So these are the details what you are supposed to fill them. Next, here is the index page. Now if you find in the index page, there are some experiment names written here along with the two dates here. One is the date on which you have performed the experiment, and the next week when you come to the lab. Usually if it is in physical lab, this week you perform an experiment, and next week when you come to the lab, you are supposed to get the record. So you will enter the record submitted date as the next week when you are submitting it. And this is a column given for page numbers, where you have to write how many pages you have occupied in the record for that particular experiment writing. And the grade will be given by the faculty, and this is the signature of the faculty. Okay, so let me show you how to start with your record. So this is the first page, wherein in the first page you are supposed to write the objectives and outcomes, which I have already mentioned in the manual. From the manual you are supposed to enter them, write them in the first page. Okay, now here starts your actual experiment. Now for your record you have two things here. One side you have a text in the writing, and the other side you have a diagrammatic part. Okay, on the left side you will write all the text required. We'll tell you what to write in the sequence. So you'll write all the text on the right side, and on the left side you'll draw the diagram related to the particular experiment. Right? If there are more than one experiment diagrams, you'll draw them here itself. Then when you turn the page, next page, you will write the observation table. After observation table, it should be the space for calculation. After calculation, in the next page, maybe depending on the experiment, you might require more than one page for calculation. So you have to adjust them accordingly. And finally, you'll draw a model graph also. Okay. Now suppose for this particular experiment, there is a graph. Okay. So this is how a real graph looks like. You have to draw a graph with the values what you have taken, and then pin the graph or punch the graph along with the record. Now if it comes to the last part of it, the last part is nothing but your result statement. After you write result, you will not write anything else. This should be the last statement. Results should be the last statement. After results, you will not write anything else. Here ends the first experiment. Then next experiment starts here. Right? Say by chance, if you have not sufficient space provided for your calculation, you have to adjust the size of the diagram and size of your handwriting such that it ends before this page. This is very important. You cannot write the data or a calculation of this particular experiment in the next page. Understand this. So before the result statement ends, you have to finish all the related information or related data into the same experiment. Then for the next experiment, again you will start it from here. Again the same way. On the right side, you will write all the text part. On the left side, it will be diagrammatic part first. Depending on the number of diagrams, you have to adjust it. And then comes observation tables. And then comes calculation. And finally, the model graph. After model graph, you will draw the original graph also and punch them or pin them along with your record. So this is how you are supposed to write a record. I hope I am clear with this. If you have any doubt, you can ask your personal faculty. Okay. So let me explain you what to write in the record. What should be the sequence of writing. Okay. The very first thing is you will write the experiment number here. This is for an example. I am showing you one of the experiments. So you will write the experiment number here and you will write the date also here. Okay. Now, next thing is the title of the experiment. It should be written in bold letters and also underline it. Of course, this is not underlined here, but you have to underline it. Okay. So the very first thing what you are supposed to write is aim. Aim. Then comes apparatus. All these details are given in your manual. You need not worry. You can just write it from the manual. That is the manual which has been sent to you as a PDF. The first thing is aim, and then comes apparatus. So you will write the apparatus, all the apparatus required for doing this particular experiment. For example, in this case, this is an experiment which is related to Newton's rings. Newton's rings, radius of curvature of a planar convex lens. Probably this is not useful to applied physics people, but still listen for example. So this is the title. So if you look at the title, it is understood that it is radius of curvature of planar convex lens. So this will be your aim. That is, if you read the aim here, to determine the radius of curvature of a given planar convex lens by forming Newton's rings. So this is an experiment related to engineering physics people. Okay. So after this, the second one is apparatus. Now what are you supposed to write in the apparatus? In the apparatus, you write all the apparatus or equipment required for doing this particular experiment. Okay. So after this, next comes your formula. Formula or formulae depending on your experiment. Okay. Once you write your formula, you need to explain each and every term which you have used in the formula. Like for example, if you see here, it is written R is radius of curvature, D is diameter of the nth ring, Dn is diameter of nth ring, so on. So depending on your experiment, you write these details. theory. The theory related to the experiment will be given in the period, so you'll just write the same theory here. So you'll follow the same sequence of writing. After that theory, you'll have a procedure. After procedure, you'll have observations. If you have to note down any observations prior to the experiment, those observations. This observations has to be written in the columns also, on the left side before you start with your tabular column. Here also you're supposed to write it. Of course, this is missing in this particular experiment. Okay, so you're supposed to write it here also. And then if you have any precautions to be noted or taken care, those precautions also will be written. Now once you write the precautions, then if there are any applications of that particular experiment, yes, you have to write the applications also. And the final statement would be your result statement. That is, what do you have to write in the result statement? Now you have to find radius of curvature, right? So the radius of curvature of a given convex lens is, radioconvex lens is so and so. Now there will be in some cases there will be two types of results to be written. One is theoretical result, the other is practical result. That is, using a theoretical formula you have to calculate, and after the practical, with the practical values, whatever you have noted, you will do the calculation and find out the value. And you should understand that both the results should be same or approximately same. Okay? So this is how you are supposed to write your record. So this week when you perform one experiment, by next week you should get ready with your completed record. And we would like to see all your records and we assign you marks basing on that. Every week assessment will be done, and every week we note down your marks looking into your record. First half an hour or to 40 minutes goes only with record checking. So we first finish all those things and then we'll give you the demo of the next experiment.